What is up, YouTube? So we're gonna do a video today just kind of talking about something we've talked about a little bit in the past, but I've had some people reaching out to me and asking a little bit about this, specifically on Instagram. But what are some channels and stuff like that that I've just fallen out of love with, or what kind of content have I just stopped watching over the years?
Well, hey, Coach, what's going on here, man? What about me?
Gilmore. I called your number, didn't I?
This kind of was an inspiration because the other day there's a few channels that I subscribe to still that I don't watch. Specifically, there was one, like I said, I don't want to name drop, but I was talking with my good buddy Dom about it, and it was just like I subscribed to him a long time ago because I enjoyed what they were making, and then on top of that, just kind of over the years, it changed. It wasn't fun or anything anymore. It was more of it turned more into like a business content, if that's what, I guess if that explains it a little bit better. But it went from being about the games and everything that went along with it to, okay, what can I clickbait now? What can I make now? Or what can I do now to get people to go? How many stores can I visit? Can I do this? And, and just doing whatever the trending topic is, which, don't get me wrong, I've done it in the past. We all have. It's kind of just something that we go with, but I just was not enjoying that kind of content anymore. And I actually had been subscribed to him for could be a year or so, and I wasn't watching anything, so I finally just clicked that button to unsubscribe, and it kind of felt weird. I know some of us sometimes struggle with that. We feel like we owe it to them, or what do I want to say, that it's like losing a friend or something like that. When you unsubscribe, you kind of cut them out of your life. But in all actuality, if you're not actually watching them anymore, then what's going on with it? Needless to say that there's a lot of channels that when I first started up that I don't either talk to as much anymore, or it just seems like they aren't around on the channel. Now, I know I lost probably a few people when I started doing all those DK Oldies videos and stuff like that, and that's understandable. I mean, if there's not the content you want to watch, then why are you here? But there's definitely been a lot of guys over the years, though, that actually showed pretty good loyalty and just being my good friend in general. They don't let the content get in the way. So if that's the case, then that's the case. You know what it is. But really, what I would just like to talk about was maybe maturing as I don't know if it's necessarily maturing as somebody that watches YouTube or watches some of these channels, but it was just, I just wasn't watching the content anymore. At one point, it was like I was religious about it. Some people would drop, videos on Thursdays, and they would drop them on, whatever days, and I would look forward to that day every week, because as soon as that video dropped, I would jump right on it. And it just doesn't seem that way anymore. And it could just be me in general. I know a lot of you guys watch YouTube instead of cable and everything, and that's, to be honest, that's what I am. Everybody's like, have you watched this new show? Have you watched this new movie that came out? And I'm like, I honestly, at this point, I think we have 2 subscription services, HBO Max and Netflix, and that's only for the most part for my kids, for Netflix. And I personally enjoy some of the movies that go on HBO Max, and I occasionally can watch a clip here or two at work. But other than that, YouTube has really just been my source for entertainment. You can see my little cat walking around in the background. She wanted to stay in here today. But yeah, it's just been like, I guess you could say maturing as somebody that watches some of these channels, or I just got tired of that content. Specifically, lately it's just been kind of tired of the pickup videos, and we've talked about that, and it's just, now that's not to say that I don't watch my good friends when they show their pickup videos or stuff like that, but like what do I want to say, I can't think of the right word for it, but like the corporate ones, the big ones that are every week I found $1,000 worth of games and blah blah blah, and here's the story. I just kind of lost interest in those, and we've talked in the comments. Like I said, always talk. If you can, you guys make a comment below. I talk. We reply all the time, but it's just been like, just tired of it. You know what I mean? I've enjoyed watching more people play games, talk about those games and why they're important to you, and kind of give you a little story behind it. And I've enjoyed that a lot more than the other way. You know, just like, look how much money I spent. Look how rare this game is and how expensive it is. And look at these hidden gems that aren't really that good, but I had to come out with a video, so here you go. I don't know how many times I've watched a hidden gems video or it's something like that, and I purchased the game because they've said, hey, it's kind of good, and it really wasn't. But that all just depends on what kind of games we want to play in general. So we talked about, it's just kind of been interesting. I've been following a lot more newer people nowadays, and I find that a lot of times the best content comes from people, you know, 1,000, 2,000, 100 subs. And it's not necessarily like it was before, where if you didn't have, like, you know, 100,000 subs or something like that, I wouldn't, you know, enjoy your content because, yeah, I was just like, okay, these guys got a ton of subs. They're freaking good. I'm gonna watch them. It's really changed, honestly. A lot of times I'm finding out that some of those channels with that many subs aren't really that entertaining anymore. It's usually a clickbaity title, and the video starts off with some kind of thing like, oh, my blah blah blah, it did a blah blah blah, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden it's just like, then you're watching the video to see what happened, and then it's just like a short little 20-second clip, and it's just nothing. It's something stupid. The only thing that I can use as an example is in a video I watched somebody talking about how the retro game store lost a bunch of money that year, and I went to watch it, and it was just something dumb, like they lost a bunch of money because they got rid of something, and it wasn't necessarily, you know, that they're going to be closing the store down soon or they're going to be doing this pretty soon. It was just something like dumb, and it just didn't, you know, I was just kind of like, I watched it, like, I enjoyed the content other than that, talking about that. It was one of those stores I watched that they were talking about their pickups, and they were talking about, you know, what they've been buying and selling lately, and just kind of, you know, just game talk in general, and I enjoyed that part of it. But it just was like, dude, do you really need to do that? And I guess that's what brings the new guys in, the new people to watch, so you can get those 100,000 subscribers. Somebody said in the past that they enjoyed some of my videos kind of talking a little bit of crap about certain channels and throwing their pictures up in my thumbnails, and it was like, okay, that those got a couple thousand views. I'm not gonna be honest, and they felt kind of good to see, you know, looking at the analytics and seeing, oh, this got 48 views in the last 10 minutes or something like that, compared to nowadays when I just do normal videos and I get like 100 to 300 views a day or something, if that. It's just kind of been, yeah, it's the channel, not only in the content that I'm watching, I'm maturing on, but on top of that, my content that I'm making myself, I'm trying to mature on. You know, experimenting with lighting, experimenting with different hardware, trying to use different programs, doing a little bit more, sometimes a little bit more with editing, but you guys have all known that I'm pretty raw and natural when it comes to a lot of this stuff. I don't like to edit a ton. I'll throw in a couple movie clips, maybe a GIF or two, but that's really all I do. I just can't. I don't know if I have the patience or what, but some of you guys, like, you got like the Pick and Preacher and stuff like that, that just editing kings, like, just had the best editing I've ever seen in my life, and I just can't. I don't know, I can't do it. It's just not me. I don't know. They do such an amazing job that it really sometimes inspires me to want to do it, but I just can't. So, yeah, this was just kind of a quick video today, guys. Today, guys, I just want to hear in your comments below, how has your, like, YouTube video watching changed over the years? Is there, you don't have to, like I said, I don't necessarily need to hear name drops for channels or anything like that. I just kind of want to hear, like, what's something that you used to watch that nowadays you can't stomach anymore, or you just lost a lot of interest in watching, like, completely. Like I said, when I first started my channel, I used to love pickup videos and stuff like that, and over the years, they're just kind of, I've been backing off of it. I'd rather hear, well, I shouldn't say pickup videos, it's to say the massive pickup videos. Like, look at all these 100 games I've got. I'm not into that anymore. I'm more into I got these 5 games, and here's why. And I love this game because when I was so and so age, my grandma gave it to me, and we played it together. You know, stuff like that is what I love. It interests me a lot more than, hey guys, I met this guy downtown. I got 100 PSP games. You know, and then it's like I don't even have a PSP, or you know, stuff like that. It's just I'm not as interested in that. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment below, even if you just want to say what's up. And yeah, I love to read your guys' comments. That's my number one thing. And let's just talk about that quick at the end here. That has been my one thing that I've really grown to notice over the years, and really what channels I choose to watch is the people that actually, the channels that take time to interact with their viewers. Like I see so many channels, even not the big ones, the only ones with like a couple hundred, that don't reply to comments. They don't do none of that crap. And it's like, okay, then why do you have this channel? I know it's kind of a creative outlet and stuff like that, but my biggest thing is interacting with you guys, talking about games and making friends. I've made so many friends in the last few years that we don't even like talk on YouTube, or we talk about just other stuff in life and not just video games itself. So that's just something I want to throw here in the back end of the video. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, stay retro, my friends, and yeah, we'll see you in the next video, guys. Hope you're having a great week.